Subject Python for problem solving. Topic building blocks of algorithm. Topic covered statements, state, control flow, functions, algorithmic problem solving. So in this slide we talk about statements and state. First we have to discuss statements. The statement is a single action in a computer. In a computer programming, a statement is the smallest standalone element of an imperative programming language that expresses some actions to be carried out. It is an instruction written a high-level programming language, commands to the computer to perform specific action or task. A program written in such a programming language is performed by sequence of one or more statements. Many languages make distinction between statement and definitions. The distinction can also made between simple and compound statements. The simple statement having single line of execution, the compound statement having group of line of execution. As example for compound statement is called block of statements. For example, if is a block of statement, for loop, while loop, these are the block of statement is called compound statements. In a computer statement might include some of the following actions: the input statement, process statement and output statement. See this example, input data from the given to the program. So that is a one statement. So we are getting input from the user or some other console device. After that, process the data from operation on a given input. Based on the input we have to process the data. That is one statement. Output data process result. After getting result is going to send to output device. That is a one statement. There are three different statements. Next one is state. The transition from one process to another process under the specific condition within a time is called state. So given time, the process moved to one stage to another stage, that is called state. So we are getting input from the user, that is a one state. After collecting your input, we move to process state. So based on the input we have processed the data, that is second state. The transition from first stage to second stage, that is called state. After process we are go to another state. So that is called output state. So the transition from one stage to or one state to another state, so that is called state based on time. So flow control. Flow control, the process of executing the individual statement in a given order is called flow control. Programming control structure are defined as the program statement that specifies the order in which statements are executed. A program is not limited to a linear sequence of instructions. Understanding the logic of the program is very difficult for someone other than developers. Hence, modification, enhancement and maintenance of those programs were very difficult. So this unnecessary program complexity soon identified and some simple structure were introduced to develop a program logic. Those structures made easy to maintain and understand of a corresponding program. So based on this, the control can be executed in three ways. One is sequence, selection, iteration. We will discuss in the next slide. Sequence control flow. All the instructions are executed one after another is called sequence control flow. As the name suggests, the sequence control flow structure is used to perform the action one after another. It performs process A and then perform process B and as on. This structure is represented by writing one process after another. So the logic flow is top to down approach. So the sequence execute, it starts from top to bottom approach. See this example of adding two number algorithm. So we have to first start the program, get A and B value, calculate A and B value and display the result, stop the program. This is a way of execution. So first execute step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. This is called sequence of execution one statement executes after another one. So this is a simple logic diagram. This is called sequence statement. Selection statement. A selection statement causes the program control to be transferred to the specific part of the program based upon the condition. Selection control structure or decision structure allow the program to make a choice between two or more paths, where it is true or false. The many statement we are using if then, if else, or case structure, or select the structures. This is logic is used for making decisions. So take the input, make the decision. The decision true means execute one set of statement. The decision false means execute another set of statement. See this example. We are checking given age is eligible for vote or not. First we start the program and get the age. Check the condition. The age above 18. We have to display eligible for vote. So the condition fails, automatically go to else block, not eligible for vote. So finally we have to stop. So selection statement based on decision only execute group of statements. Iteration. In some programs, certain set of statements are executed again and again based on the condition. That is called iteration process. The group of statements want to repeat again and again, we go for iteration. For example, we are using for and while loops. The iteration is also called as looping statements. See this example, algorithm to print all natural numbers up to n. So this is a flow diagram. Once check the condition, the condition true means execute particular statement. So those statements repeatedly execute. When this condition false, then only go to next statement. See this algorithm. First we have to start get n values. So we have to set a limit. So initially I value we have to set 1. I greater than equal to our input value. That condition true means go to step 5, print the natural numbers. Then take it increment and again going to execute step 4. So this statement 5 so repeatedly execute when the step 4 condition false. The step 4 condition false, automatically it goes to step 7 stop. So the iteration statement, any particular statement or group of statement wants to execute again and again, we go for iteration. Functions. Functions is a subprogram which consists of block of code or set of instructions that performs particular task. For complex problem, the problem is divided into smaller and simpler tasks during algorithm design. So this is also called as divide and conquer method. The functions are small or self-contained modules of code that accomplish a specific task. The function usually take in data, process it, and return a result. Once a function is returned, it can be used over and over and over again. The function can be called from the inside of other functions. So the large problem statement split into small subgroups. So that is called, the small subgroup is called functions. What are the benefit of the functions? Reduce in line of code. So once you write a code using functions, that code we can use many times. No need to write again and again. That is called code reuse. Better readability. So we can read the program very easiest way. Information hiding. So it's one of the OOPS concepts. Easy to debug and testing. So any programming we use the functions, we can debugging is very easy. Improve the maintainability. So during runtime, the maintenance is a very simple task we using functions. Functions. So in this slide we talk about some example. Before that we have to discuss something about function. When a function is called, the program leaves the current section of the code and begins to execute first line of the function. Thus a function flow of control is, the program comes to a line of code contains a function call. The program enters the function. All instructions inside the function are executed from top to bottom approach. The program leaves the function and goes back to where it starts from. Any data computed and returned by the function is used in place of function in the original line of code. So this is a way is going to call functions. See the small example, adding two numbers using function. So in a function, the main program is called main, the function is called subprogram. So we are writing a main function, start, call the function, add is a function name, and then finally we have to stop. We write a addition function, it's also sub function, function start, get two values, add the value, print the values, and control return again to main function. So how it will execute? First execute main functions. First execute start statement. Next control transfer to call the function add. So interpreter stop the control over there and then control transfer to sub functions. The step 3 not executed. Your control wait to only step 2. The step 2 we elaborated here, sub functions. Then sub function step 1 execute, step 2 execute, step 3 execute, 4, 5 execute. The sub function completely execute top to bottom. The control again transfer to main function step 2. Then step 3 execute, close the program. So see the flow chart. The sub function start add function, add, get the value, add the value, print the value, and return statement. The main function start only function call and stop. So this is a way writing an algorithm and draw a flowchart of functions. Algorithm problem solving. The algorithm problem solving is a solving problem that requires the formulation of algorithm for a solution. Algorithm are procedural solutions to a problem. These solutions are not answer, but specific instructions for getting answer. We now list and briefly discuss the sequence of steps one typically goes through in designing and analyzing algorithms. We will see next slide. Yeah, in this slide, algorithmic problem solving in step by step or stage by stage. The first one, understanding the problems. Before designing algorithm, we have to understand complexity of the problem given. Read the problem's descriptions carefully and ask questions if there are any doubts about the problem. Do a few small examples by a hand, think about special cases and ask questions again if needed. An input to an algorithm specific an instruction or instance of a problem that our algorithm solves. It is important to specify exactly the range of instructions or instance the algorithm needs to be handled. Then we go for ascertaining and capabilities of computational device. Once you completely understand a problem, you need to ascertain the capabilities of computational device the algorithm is instructed for. We are using two algorithms, sequential and parallel algorithm. The sequential to be executed one after another. But parallel algorithm execute concurrently. There are two type of algorithm we are using, depends upon the capabilities. Next, choice between exact and approximate problem solving. We are using two decision principles. Solving problem exactly is called exact algorithm. Solving the problem approximately or approximation is called approximation algorithm. Next, deciding an appropriate data structure. In the new world of object-oriented programming, data structure remains crucially important for both design and analysis of algorithms. Data structure can be defined as a particular scheme of organizing related data items. So, how we are arranging the data? So that is we have to follow in this part. Next, algorithm designing techniques. An algorithm designing technique is a general approach to solve problems algorithmically that is applicable to a variety of problems from different areas of computation. Next, the method of specifying an algorithm. Once an algorithm is designed, we need to specify it in some fashions. First one, free and also step-by-step form, just like algorithm. And next one, we have to follow pseudocode. We already discussed algorithm and pseudocode in the previous step. Next heading, proving an algorithm correctness. Once an algorithm has been specified, it has to be proved for its correctness. That is, you have to prove that its algorithm yields a required result for every legitimate outputs or inputs in a finite amount of time. The common techniques for proving correctness is to use mathematical induction because of an algorithm. Iteration provides a natural sequence of steps need to be such a proof. The analyzing an algorithm. The efficiency is an important characteristic of an algorithm. There are two kinds of algorithm efficiency. First one is time efficiency and space efficiency. The time efficiency indicates how fast the algorithm runs, and space efficiency indicates how much extra memory is used. So the two things design the efficiency of the algorithm. The last part, coding an algorithm. The most algorithm designed to be ultimately implemented as computer program. The computer programming an algorithm presents both a pearl and an opportunity. The pearl lies in the possibility of making transition from an algorithm to a program, either incorrectly or very inefficiently. Some influential computer scientists strongly believe that unless the correctness of computer programming is proven with the full mathematical rigor, the program cannot be considered correct. As a particular matter, the validity of the program is still established by testing. The testing of computer program is an art rather than science. But that does not mean that there is nothing in to learn. So finally, your problem statement converts step by step or stage by stage, finally converted into programming language with the help of algorithm. Thank you.